I was quiet. That was the quietest we've ever
Yeah,
been.
well, it was like being weird too, right?
It was being wonky. Yeah, it's being wonky, and I'm told by StreamYard that maybe we're not on Facebook. But welcome on a Tuesday night to Loud and Nerdy. I'm your host JW Colwell. I am joined by my good friend and high school classmate, but not like we weren't friends in high school. So, but
Yeah.
Jerry Kamora, Slapjaw, band, amazing. What
It's
are you
on
doing?
Facebook. Just saying.
Okay, we're good. StreamYard's a liar, a lying bitch. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Welcome on a Tuesday night for all things loud and or nerdy. Um, how's your week going? What's happening?
Weekend was decent. Not bad. No complaints.
Yeah, I think
Except for the football game, but
I don't know what you're talking about. I had a great
oh,
football
yeah,
game.
you did.
It was amazing. It was incredible. It's amazing having a coach. It's amazing coming out of the halftime and not having to worry that your team is gonna fall completely on its face, and then to completely outscore a team on the road in the Northeast where they don't normally win.
Right. Well, it's about time, right?
I I I like Pete Carroll. I'm not gonna lie. Pete Carroll's like there's something about Pete Carroll that's very
He
professional.
has an energy level.
Yes, and there's a professional level to him that is we don't normally see it in Silver and Black. To be honest, everybody who comes to us usually is like some sort of maniac, and hey, I'm just happy to be here. And if everything goes well, and like I don't expect them to challenge for a title. We're in a beast of a division. The AFC West is
Yeah, that division's difficult.
brutal. It's a brutal division. So I'm just gonna kind of hope for the best and see what happens, and just kind of play around. And I don't know. I'm happy. They played better than I expected them to play. And also with the idea that they usually don't go on the road, and if they go to the Northeast, they're usually awful. Like because of the time difference, they're usually terrible in the Northeast. But they weren't,
It's like
and
Miami
so
playing in Kansas City in minus 0
yeah,
degree
mine.
weather.
It's like I'll tell you the Miami trick that's fun. Miami's trick is when they have a team that's visiting Miami in September, October, early November. What Miami will do is Miami will do they'll wear their home uniforms, which
Yeah,
are white,
everybody has to
and
wear the dark ones in the
and
sun.
right, and it's like oh that's nice, that's fun bullshit.
You
And
guys
it's
get
like
the sunny side.
yeah, you get the sunny side of the stadium, and you also have to wear with the Raiders. It's black, so it's it is what it is. Let's talk about news. Let's talk about box office. Because I mean, not a bit of a shocker. I mean, the estimates were not anywhere what happened this weekend. So we had a horror movie open. We had a horror movie open from Warner Brothers. These are not shocking things. But the shocking thing is The Conjuring, right? This new horror film
Yeah, it did
that's like
well, right?
uh, did exceptionally well, Jerry. I saw it in IMAX. I liked it. It's not as like it's not the best of the franchise, but it's not the worst. Like it's meh. It's right in the middle. Even though it's about Pittston, like it's about the Smurls.
Right.
So it's their last time doing it, making a Conjuring movie with Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. So this is it. And it's got some scares and it's fine. And that's one of the creepy ghost things that haunt the Smurls. And but it focuses more on the kid, their child, than it does on them. And it's late in their career and they're kind of like ending it, getting done. But it grossed $84 million in the United States. And then it grossed worldwide, it grossed another 110 for 190.
Probably beyond what they expected.
194. It grossed almost double what the expectations were. The expectations were in the 40s. So it grossed double what, like.
Well, a lot of people like that ghost stuff, though.
Well, no, and
And like that Annabelle doll and all of that.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I'm not poo-pooing it. I want theaters
Yeah,
busy.
no,
And the idea
I'm
that
not
we're
a Conjuring fan, really, myself, but
well, they're okay. They're fine movies. I think
they are.
they started making too many of them for my like. I like Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. When they're in them, they feel like they're proper films. And then all the other ones that are offshoots, it's like that have like, in the middle of Spain and 1926,
Ill Conjuring.
I don't know, you know what I mean, or La Llorona, or like they've done so many of them that they've kind of gone crazy with them. But like I said, it's at $200 million as of the end of yesterday, the end of Monday. So it's at $200 million worldwide already. So it didn't cost that much to make. It only cost about $45 million to make. So this is, and for Warner Brothers, the interesting thing for Warner Brothers is this is their 7th consecutive movie over $40 million to hit number one. So Warner Brothers, as much as I pick on Zaslav, who I hate, he's given the studio over to people that seem to have a sense, an understanding that movies are good and movies need to be better, and he's not in charge of it. So I've been ripping on him for 3 years. I'm gonna give him credit where he's let some people in that are, like Peter Safran and James Gunn, and it's successful. It's been successful. They, Weapons just came out also for anybody. Weapons in the weekend.
To see that.
Well, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It's amazing. Weapons came in third. Hamilton came in second, grossed $10 million. So one of the biggest Broadway hits of all time now is like earning money in theaters, which is But I heard a lot of people complaining because people were singing along, and it wasn't like. So I heard first off, if you're going to see Hamilton in a theater, you have to expect the chuckleheads to be singing. So I saw a lot of posts about like, oh, please stop singing at the Hamilton. And it's like, I don't know. It's kind of to be expected. But Weapons grossed another $5 million over the weekend. It's at $142 million, like a $45 million budget as well. So Warner Brothers has been producing, just churning out these big hits that are not just big hits, but really decent investments. Like, for example, like F1, they get full credit for F1 at box office, 188 million, but it's produced by Apple. So they took none of they only essentially licensed it to release the theater. So it's a smart deal, right? Because that's one of the bigger hits of the summer. But so that's fine. Coming out this week, we got 2 movies that are vying for attention. The ending of Downton Abbey, the grand finale. Everybody's kind of like, if you're in that group that watches Downton Abbey, you're super excited. If you're not, I've never gotten into it. I just haven't. It's not my gig. But I'm Maggie Smith was. I'm sure it was great. I just never got around to it. I was joking with Rich that I need to watch it. But the other one opening that's getting a lot of buzz, and it's like it's both amazing buzz and also kind of like scary buzz, is The Long Walk. It's the Stephen King adaptation that's coming out on Friday, and it looks really good. It's got good actors in it. It's got Philip Seymour Hoffman's kid in it. He's really great. It's got David Johnson, who was, you may remember, as the android from Alien Romulus. One of the best things about
I figured that was him. I saw the preview.
And so it's got him, and it's
took
got
me a second, but then I was like, wait.
And it's directed by the guy who directed Constantine. So it's got potential. And then what the reviews you're hearing coming out of it, along with some of the previews, the reviews you're hearing is it's it's as grueling as The Mist. And if you're telling me it's as grueling as The Mist, that might get me a little bit excited because The Mist is grueling, and The Mist is actually one of the better Stephen King adaptations that they really kind of knocked out of the park and has probably the most heart-wrenching ending of any Stephen King movie. Like it's just it's
of a lot of movies, really.
it's a brutal fucking ending. I mean, like without giving anything away, no spoilers, but like what, 7 maybe? Maybe 7, maybe
Yeah. The Mist was
maybe.
what?
Yeah. The Mist is worse because there's more deaths. Is what the problem is. But I'm hearing good things about The Long Walk. I love Philip Seymour Hoffman's kid. He was great in Licorice Pizza, so I'm looking forward to that. Let's get our first comments of the night, and then we may have a guest in the green room who's looking to attack people. I don't know. She's mad. She's always
Not
mad.
everybody.
But just,
What's up, kid?
Good evening, Ken. Glad to hear you're feeling better. Glad to hear
Yes.
your tests are going well. We appreciate you joining us. Technical difficulty. Yeah, there was something going on with the loop, the algorithm. Hey boys. Hey Raven. You're in the green room. Why are you putting comments? Good evening, guys. Good evening, Cindy. Thank you for joining us. My cousin is on the roster for the Florida Gators. That's well. I wish him the best, and I hope he has a great season. What does he play? Due to a second there, they just greenlit a new series on HBO. Will you give us time before you rip into stuff? Yeah, I mean the success. It's a $2.5 billion franchise. But this is true. She is bringing up a legitimate thing that just came out like 5 minutes ago. We're going to go into it really quick because before she drops any more stuff in the goddamn comments. But Conjuring is coming to television. Nancy Wan is the showrunner. Peter Cameron Squires are the writers. Nancy Wan has a very good history. I don't know what the show is going to be about. I would imagine it's going to deal with one of the rumors was it's going to be the room. So like basically go into the room and it focuses on one object, and then the object it spans out and becomes how the object came to the Warrens would be how it would be. She's responsible for Sunny, Tiny Beautiful Thing, Little Fires Everywhere, Jessica Jones, Jericho, and Supernatural. She's been involved on. The Cameron and Squires worked on multiple Marvel projects, including Werewolf by Night, which was fantastic, Agatha All Along, Moon Knight, and WandaVision. So they are really good writers. And they've worked on The Acolyte and The Boys, Gen V as well. So that's a big show that's coming, that's in the pipeline for Warner Brothers and HBO Max.
You know what I didn't realize?
Yeah,
they're actually filming that prequel to Friday the 13th in Blairstown.
Yeah, I read about it, and that they had to go in and they basically everything was marked for like 3 days, I guess. In the town, everything was marked Crystal Lake for 3 days. So they had people going in and out of like the diner. So that's cool.
It is pretty cool.
You and I
still don't know what it's going to be about.
Still know what the fuck how it's going to work. Like, especially with the kid they cast as Jason. The kid they cast as Jason is adorable. He's cute. Anyway.
Well, they're going to prosthetic him probably, but they have to do something.
Long Walk film reviewers do see the Walk the movie, cruel and fun, great story, truly horrendous. Yeah, it's going to be bad. Anytime you're dealing with a bunch of teenagers that are going to be summarily shot if they can't keep up to 3 miles an hour, even as their bodies start to break down. Yeah, it's going to be rough.
Nice.
Jamie Hill says, hi, good evening all. Thank you, Joe Ridgley. I hope you feel better. I hope you enjoy Weapons.
Yes.
He's watching Weapons. That's the other thing. Weapons actually came out on digital today.
Nice.
Highly recommended. One of the best movies of the year. Absolutely stunning.
It's got to be better than that new Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you didn't like the new Jurassic Park movie.
Oh God, I didn't.
I can understand it, but I also think they're trying to do different things, and mutated dinosaurs are better than regular dinosaurs. And I like Johansson. I like her. So I think I like Mahershala Ali better. Thought he was very brave and kind of cool. You know, with the boat. It's my boat. We go where we want to go. And the scumbags in the movie were fine. The
Yeah,
scumbags
it
in
reminded me of King Kong in a way.
like the scumbags
Like
in the
you have
movie
the
are
bad dude. I'm going there with an ulterior motive
he's
to
such
this
a,
island, right?
everything's about money and everything's about drugs.
Yeah, I just
Um, uh, keeps algorithms going. He's the punter. Oh, yeah,
nice.
a punter's a great job if you can get it. Oh, fun. Hi, Jamie Hill. Thank you again for saying that. Love Supernatural. Yeah, she's a good showrunner. She's worked on those shows. So I mean, The Conjuring could have potential. You know, what I would envision for it if that is the case, what they're looking at, Jerry. It has a Friday the 13th the series vibe, right? If it's haunted objects, how they came to acquire them, the story surrounding the object, and then they get put in the room at the end of the episode. That would be a good.
It's really like a genius concept because it could be never ending, right?
Yes, because
It opens up for any story you want.
Right, there's 350 objects.
As long as you have an object in front of you, it has a story.
It should work. Well, let's bring our guest. We had a guest last week. I do want to thank Thomas J. Churchill for last week. It was a really good show. And I also want to thank him for putting us. He has a show called Church's Hollywood Moments, and he ran our entire episode on that show on his YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Shout out to him. We enjoy his.
It was cool talking to him. Very cool.
It was fun. He was really knowledgeable and somebody we would like to have back on. And who knows? Maybe he felt magic last week, and maybe we can make something happen. I don't know. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. Speaking of fingers crossed, or just fingers, because she was giving me a middle finger earlier. Let's welcome Raven. Raven, why are you giving me the finger?
I thought you said to give you the finger.
Coming in with two of them.
No, I said.
Did I mishear you? I thought you literally said, give me the finger. And I was just like, okay.
No, I said you were giving me the finger. And
you're giving me the finger right now.
That's it. I'm out. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, you're back. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 topics. Pick whatever 3 you want to talk about quick. And I will join in and talk about it with you. But some of them should be. Do you want to talk about, like, I can give you topics, or you can pick. Let's talk about.
I haven't been really watching too much stuff, so.
Oh, that's interesting.
I've been really busy. I did finish Twisted Metal this week.
Okay, I haven't started the 2nd season on it. I'm very much. If we're talking about television and that's fine, we can do that. We're talking about streaming right now. I am very much as I can't move my goddamn thing again. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I'll be right back. Jerry, Raven, talk amongst yourselves.
I did watch that movie.
Hi, Jerry.
Bring Her Back. Did you see that movie?
How was it?
Bring Her Back. It's
Nope.
decent. You didn't watch it? You didn't see it?
I haven't seen anything. I'm really behind.
I watched that, and I watched Hallow Road.
Okay.
That's streaming. And then I watched the new Jurassic Park.
Oh, that was horrible.
Good. You thought it was horrible too, right?
I am not a Jurassic Park fan, and the further they get away from the dinosaurs, the further I kind of go, is this still Jurassic Park?
Yeah. I don't know.
Why? Because it takes place on the island?
It doesn't actually take place on the island.
Well, the islands. We're on the 3rd island now. They keep adding.
Yeah, they keep on adding islands. This is the hidden island. Anyway, I have a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old who like dinosaurs. So guess what? I'm going to be at every Jurassic Park movie until I'm 6 feet under. And I didn't hate. I didn't hate it. I can understand it's nothing is going to be Spielberg Jurassic Park.
There was like 2 or 3 dinosaurs in it that were actual dinosaurs. The rest of them were all
mutated. Yeah, the idea
Montosauruses with long rat tails.
Look, all I know is that
Genetically mutated.
the moment you put a velociraptor into something that flies, I'm terrified. Anyway, let's talk about TV. Let's talk about streaming stuff that's working, and then we'll talk about a preview of something that's coming. So, Raven, is this show working?
Yeah, I may be up to date on that as well. I'm a nerd.
Yeah, this show is actually working very well.
It's really working. It's really working. I don't know what guns do. I'm still slightly confused with the timeline for DC. But I think by the end of the season, I will understand.
Well, the timeline, again, we didn't get to talk about this because we had a guest, but this is the first retconning that occurred, right? And the interesting thing about this particular retcon is that not only is it Superman, Mr. Terrific, Gardner, and Hawkgirl, but if you look over on the far right, that appears to also be Supergirl. So I don't know where this is happening. Now, we could talk about, not spoilers, but just if you haven't caught up with it. So what has happened is in one of the episodes, Chris, first off, his father has a pocket dimension that works similar to the
face
things
that Cena's making. I'm sorry, is perfection.
It's amazing. His father has a pocket dimension, and since Chris killed his father at the end of the season last year, Chris now lives in the house where his father has the pocket dimension, and he's been exploring.
Is this a spoiler for Superman by explaining this?
No. Why?
Because it's the same pocket dimension that Lex is using?
We're well beyond Superman spoilers. We're well beyond.
Okay, as long as I just didn't know if we could say that.
Superman spoilers. Superman came out in July. If you haven't seen Superman by now, I can't help you. And we'll hit on other things with Superman as we discuss more. But basically, as a pocket dimension, it's the same as Lex. Argus is bells and whistles. Argus is the company that runs the Suicide Squad. Their bells and whistles go off because it's the same thing that happened in Metropolis. So they're investigating him. And what happened was Chris here, the Peacemaker, has killed an alternative Chris from a different pocket dimension. And it turns out that Chris has a great life. His brother's still alive. His dad and him are all together as a trio called the Top Trio. They're
good life, but very creepy world. Something's off. Something's definitely off.
Well, there's not a lot of colored folks. There's not a lot of people of color. There's not a lot of people of color in this particular world. And they so that was last week's episode, was just that he went and he kind of jumped into his doppelganger's skin, and his doppelganger's got a relationship with the girl he loves. He's a superhero of imminent regard. And I have an idea where it's going because they introduced
that in that Deadpool movie.
It's a little bit. It's got a little bit of that. It's got a little bit.
Definitely.
It's
like
got
he
a little
met
bit
himself in another.
Also, just so we're clear, not for kids. First episode,
lots of dick.
Lots of everything. Not just dick.
Lots of everything, but lots of dick.
Lots of full frontal of all kinds. So not for kids, but what I think is happening is maybe there is an alternate Earth 2 in the DC comics where Hitler won the war, and Hitler became ruler of America, and it would tie in with a direct doorway to that particular pocket dimension from last year's villain, which was his father, who was a white supremacist.
They didn't shy away from his dad being a Nazi superhero last season, so I'm hoping.
So in pocket dimension, another parallel Nazi dimension would be.
Hey, the more parallel universes, the better we might get Batmite.
Stop it. We're not getting Batmite. Jesus, it's like.
Listen, they already mentioned the mites. They already mentioned that Peacemaker had a problem with them when he was younger. We're just one step away.
we're just stop it. But that show's going very well.
You're just waiting for the Wonder Twins. I know it's not DC.
Actually, the Wonder Twins are not that far off.
No, they really aren't. Not with Gunn being the person who's doing it.
Might get the Wonder
I just want to see a bucket of water with blinking eyes in it. That's
a bucket, a form of a bucket of water, form of an eagle to carry the bucket of water.
Yep.
I was always the Wonder Twin. Actually, if anything, I'd expect a super cool Gleep. Gleep would be great. Anyway, also this year's Peacemaker dance at the beginning of the episode, not as good as last year's, but still pretty good.
The song's okay. The dance isn't as catchy.
The song, no, I would say the dance is great, but the song's just okay. I go the opposite on that. The song,
I don't know. So I think some of that choreography from last season was a little more. Even a fat person could do it.
Yeah, well,
seasons. Now fat girl's not doing that shit.
That show's been great. We're 3 episodes in on that. I have not gotten to this. This is also doing very well in streaming.
I've completed this.
What?
I've completed this multiple times now. I did not do it multiple times on my own purposes. I had another friend come over and they didn't see it. They wanted to watch it.
Wow,
I sat there and watched.
But that show's doing very well.
Winter it was. Hey, you want to watch this, don't you?
I am a huge Addams fan,
right?
So
right?
I was gonna end up rewatching it.
Yeah, you're pro. In our question, you're pro Addams family, right? You're.
Yeah. Me and Randy always had this debate. We were both fans of both. I am a really big Addams Family fan because of Charles Addams and the Illustrator, and Randy was a big Munster fan because of all the cars.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
does make
when
sense.
You come at it from our personalities, yeah.
Yes,
the cars were great.
As somebody who knows you, that makes sense. But the show that has devoted all of my time, and the show that the first 5 episodes I've watched, each episode at least twice, is this show, and this show is it's stupendous. It's amazing. You've not watched it all? You sons of bitches. Okay, so what I will say to you is Noah Hawley has done Fargo. He also did the really great show about Professor X's son, right? That was kind of like
Legion. That was really great.
It was a really great, fun comic book show. And Noah Hawley has taken the Alien franchise, and the show takes place 2 years before the Nostromo. So it's like plenty of like the interesting thing about the Alien franchise now, the interesting thing really about a couple of the franchises from our youth, Gary, right? Not necessarily Raven because she's younger.
But Timothy Olyphant's in that.
Timothy Olyphant is in it. He's
a really good actor.
Yes, he is. He's never been in a bad show. Never has he been in a bad show. But what I would say is Noah Hawley is playing 4-dimensional chess. There's a lot of stuff going on. There is we find out in the opening episode, and again, this isn't a big spoiler, but there are no more governments. We find out that Weyland-Yutani is one of 3 corporations that runs the planet. So there are 3 corporations. Weyland-Yutani, the reason they have so much sway in the Alien universe is because they're one of 3 to 5 corporations that run the Earth at the end of this century, right? At the beginning of the 22nd century, right? And so we find out, basically that begins with a ship crashing into a non-Weyland-Yutani area, and the person who owns that area is a prodigy a la Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. He's a genius. It's called the boy genius. He was a trillionaire at the age of 17. So he's kind of off. He's fucking bonkers, and he's working on something far worse than anything Weyland-Yutani can come up with, because he's basically taking kids that are terminally ill and putting their souls, I don't know,
Is this
into
completely separate, or does this finally bridge the whole Prometheus Alien franchise together?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It cancels Prometheus and it gets rid of it. Prometheus and because Prometheus and Alien fuck
I don't remember that one.
Prometheus Alien fuck yeah different movie. What is it?
That
Alien.
must have been on Skinamax.
What was it? Alien and
Yeah.
Brown. Wait, hold on. I'm going up on it. I wasn't thinking about talking too much about it.
Yeah, but your favorite one is Alien 3, though.
Fuck that movie. That movie can suck a dick. Alien franchise. Hold on. Okay, so Prometheus, Alien Covenant. That's what it was. So I would say it gets rid because they're considered prequel films. They take place well before the Nostromo. This one only takes place 2 years before, and there are very strong overtones that Prometheus and Alien Covenant have been pushed away, which I don't hate those two movies, but they're also like, how do I say this? They're not the
They don't have the same vibe.
yeah, they seem very much like Ridley Scott trying to get something deeper, more profound, instead of just trying to scare you and come up with stuff. Like the engineers and all, like they're fine. You know what I mean? Like they're Alien prequels, so I'm gonna like them because I like the franchise. But they're not necessarily my favorite thing to rewatch. And it, and the idea of like doing gods and trying to figure out whatever. Now it did have a great character. David is one of the great Alien characters, right? Played by Michael Fassbender, but not necessary. And this is interesting because they're doing stuff with like they're doing really cool shit. Like it's really smart. They've had things in it. First off, Weyland-Yutani was not just collecting xenomorphs; they were collecting whatever they could get their fucking hands on. And there are 3 or 4 creatures in the show that are fucking terrifying. And one started a fight with an alien last week. So, like, flat out started a fight. Just it wasn't afraid. Just
Gee, wouldn't it be cool if they collected something that was like in another franchise somehow?
yeah, that would. Well,
I was gonna say, is this gonna somehow tie to Predator?
Well, no,
I wasn't. It makes sense. I wasn't going there. I don't know where I was going, but it would.
Where like extra, or
yeah,
like
I guess, or even Creature.
The creature,
the movie Creature.
Oh, Creature, that was great. No, but like the new Creature is this. He's the star of the show thus far. Hold on, I'm gonna get a picture for him. He's the star of the show. He's an interesting. Like they're a very dangerous species in the Weyland-Yutani ship that crashes, and the one is like a little like it's this. It is this little eyeball. He's a little eyeball guy, and he's 7 or 8 eyes in just an ocular like socket, and it's on squid legs, and it's I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Trypanophasia ocellus is the name of it. The eye is, and there's been a lot of like thoughts about whether or not the eye is the true hero, but he went right after the fucking alien last week, and it was like
Try
one
say
of those,
it again.
No, I don't want to. I'm just gonna say the octopus monster. Like it's like spaghetti monster. I'm gonna go with that. It's the eyeball octopus is what everybody's talking about. Everybody.
It?
What's up?
Is that it?
That's him. Yes, that's him. So a couple things. He travels around. First, he has 7 or 8 eyes that are surrounding the ocular socket. And what happens is he can jump into bodies. And basically what he does is he kills whatever the creature is by ripping out its eyeball, and then it takes the place of the eyeball. And then it can control what it's...
From the inside?
It jumps at the eye, and it rips out the eye, and then it jumps in. Then it goes in, and then it attaches, and it can... So they put it, like, the first episode, they put it into a... Again, I feel bad for sheep. We're talking about Jurassic Park. Sheep get fucked in these movies, but and shows. They put it in with the sheep. Yeah, there he is. So that sheep was fine, and you'll notice that the one sheep's eye is okay, but that eye is not okay. And that eye is actually the octopus.
The alien.
The alien guy. And basically, after that sheep started walking on its hind legs trying to do stuff. So, and then last week, it found a human. It got into a human host, and when the xenomorph showed up, the human host went after the xenomorph. So there are rumors that that it's sentient, that it's cognizant, and that it doesn't like the xenomorph. So
interesting.
It's got really cool.
I mean, you haven't sold me to watch this show yet, but
you should.
Interesting.
Well, I will tell you that the main character of the show is a 12-year-old girl who died of cancer and has been put back.
Randy was a big Alien fan. I'm just not. I just don't like aliens.
Oh my god, that's so. Yeah, I know. I think we talked about this in private.
Yeah.
Jerry, wait, it gets better. Ask her which one she's seen, and then be disappointed. Then be truly disappointed. Go ahead, ask.
Three.
Well, three. No, three. I don't think anybody would.
I can't even tell you which ones I watched for sure, except for Alien vs. Predator, just simply because I've seen them together on the screen.
Jerry, those are the two she's seen: Alien vs. Predator and Alien vs. Predator Requiem. And tell me that's not the most disappointing sentence you've heard tonight.
No. The thing is, I have seen them. I just don't know which ones I've seen. And I would usually I'm a wimp.
They're like
not terrible
movies, kind of.
Oh no, all my friends know it. Like I act like a hard ass, but I'm a wimp. Yes. Complete.
Predator Alien, no, because it was a cash grab. Predator Alien, no. Predator by itself. Predator right now, actually, Jerry, along with the movie that came out,
the Predator Prey movie was really good.
Predator Prey is great, and then the Killer of Killers movie.
I haven't seen the next one they just did yet.
So that's what I was going to say. Like, the interesting thing about Alien, Noah Hawley's turning Alien on its head. The guy who's doing the Predator franchise is turning everything on its head, because they've made Prey was really good. Killer of Killers was fan-fucking-tastic. Like, amazing. And the one they have coming out, Badlands, it ties in because it is we already know it's a Weyland-Yutani.
I was gonna say, isn't that the one that has the trailer that has like the cyborg on the back of it? Like I said, I've seen some of the Alien movies. I just can't tell you which ones I've seen.
Well, here's the problem that Jerry and I both have with that statement, and I know Jerry has the same problem. Is if you can't tell me you've seen Alien or Aliens.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen them. I just do like this.
No. I mean, no, we talked about this. You're like, I think I saw the last ones. And that means you watched Alien vs. Predator, and that's fine. But if you haven't seen Alien or Aliens, there can be no real love of the franchise. Because I
like the Geiger art in it. Like,
but it's not that. What I'm saying to you, those two movies are a gold standard. One is
I understand, but those two things could actually those stay in your dreams at night.
There's 1 and 2, and then there's the rest. It's like watching The Godfather 3 and not watching the other two.
That's the problem. That's right? The problem. Right. It's like
so maybe instead of watching all the Walking Deads this Halloween to get back into it, I should watch all the Alien movies.
No, you should. Yeah, you should. Well, no, I'm not saying
watch whatever you want.
Watch whatever the fuck you want. I'm not saying watch all the Alien movies.
I will anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
This is as bad as I took my friend last year to see Halloween 3 at the drive-in, and she sat the whole movie and then went, "Where's Michael Myers?"
Halloween 3 is a great movie, though.
It was then when I realized that she had never seen the movie.
Well, a couple things. Halloween 3 is a redheaded stepchild movie where it gets
Okay,
abused.
Halloween 3 is good if you just don't think about it as a Halloween movie.
If you don't think about it, Michael Myers. If you think about it,
great stand-up.
As the original
That worm, that earworm sticks in your damn head.
Oh yeah,
turn it off.
So Shamrock. Anyway,
for Halloween.
I'm not saying you should watch all the Walking Deads because I haven't watched that show since it jumped the shark. But I would say to you, you're missing a key component of any kind of nerd cred, not having seen Alien and Aliens. And they're scary movies, but Aliens for me is probably top 5. Aliens top 20, but Aliens is like top 5. Like it was a great experience when I saw it as a kid with my cousin. It's still a great experience.
Hey, I love horror movies, but I'm a big witch.
It's nonstop. That's why you got 2 hours of nonstop greatness.
Just amazing. Like all the side characters and
their personalities were great.
Yeah, and essentially the greatest feminine heroine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Of all time. She's above all else. She except for maybe Sarah Connor, and that's the same director. So it's the same director with regards to because it's a totally different vibe from Ridley Scott. She goes from being afraid of everything to being in charge of her fucking life, and then 3 just pisses it all away. So you can skip 3. 3 everybody can skip because 3 takes everything that's important about Aliens and just kind of goes.
Is there ever a good third movie?
Yes, sure. Return of the Jedi, Lord of the Rings, Return of the
Future
King.
3 I thought was good too.
Back to the Future 3 is fine. And numerous things are 3. Thor Ragnarok better than Thor: The Dark World. Captain America I would say Captain America: Civil War is good, but it's not better than Winter Soldier. But that's a high bar.
Chris Evans really not keeping the secret that he's in Doomsday either. Like he's yoked.
Friday the 13th 3 was good too.
Jerry has a big soft spot for Friday the 13th Part 3.
I do.
Oh, that you have.
Hey, we just had Camp Blood at Mahoning. That was fun.
Everybody looked like they were having a great time. I'm still not sold on the new Jason, even though I like the little mini movie. Anyway, so if that doesn't sell you on Alien Earth, I don't know what to help you. They're doing a lot of different things. There's a lot of balls in the air. There's questions about children and souls of children being put in synthetics. There's questions about corporations running the world. There's all kinds of great questions, and it's shifted too. Like first 2 episodes were on the ship that it crashed and the apartment building that it crashed into, and that was crazy because we've never seen an alien movie in an apartment building, and it was fucking nuts. And then it moved to the island where the boy genius lives, and he has all these synthetics running around for him. And we've come the interesting side, weird things have happened, Jerry, where I texted my cousin because we grew up watching the alien movies, and I texted my cousin and I'm like, you got to watch this episode because I need somebody to talk about it with. And also something happened in this episode that I've never seen before. We've never seen it happen. And I can give it away. It was the 3rd episode, so I can give it away. In the 3rd episode, Jerry, they take a face hugger, and instead of allowing somebody to be hit with the face hugger, they kill the face hugger, and then they take out the embryo and put it into a solution so the embryo is still alive. So it's the first time you've ever seen an alien embryo.
Yeah.
And then one of the characters happened to have lost his lung, which they conveniently cut out of him during a fight with the xenomorph. He happens to be the main character's real life brother who found her, and she found him. So there's lots of stuff going on. But they took out his lung, Jerry, and then they dropped the little guy into the chamber with the lung, and it went right into the lung. It's the coolest thing, just cool shit. And it's been
different.
It's super different, hasn't missed, and
Experimental.
It's fun, and it's taking the franchise in new directions. There was bad Alien Romulus news. Fede Alvarez, who directed the latest one, will not be back for the sequel to Romulus. They're making the sequel to Romulus, but he will not be directing. He will be producing. That is bummer news for me because I thought he did a really good job.
Man, wouldn't it be great if Vincent Price was still alive and he'd be the doctor doing that with the alien, the embryo? That would be amazing.
It'd be incredible. Well, the interesting thing is, now that we were talking earlier about like the timeline. The timeline is a little bit wonky in this one, but again, what I think is interesting about the Alien timeline, about the Predator timelines that the new guys are working on, they're working around the timelines of the original franchise. I think that works well, right? Because Predator, the Killer of Killers, this is also out there after the Killer of Killers premiere. Did you watch it early or later, Raven? Did you see Killer of Killers or no?
I have not seen Killer of Killers yet.
Okay, so there's a movie called Predator, the Killer of Killers. It's an animated movie. It takes place, one part takes place in Vikings, one part takes place in feudal Japan, and another part takes place in World War II. So all three. Yeah, it's an anthology. And then it connects the anthology. And then the anthology connects to Predator 1 and Predator 2 because both Arnold Schwarzenegger and Prey, it connects to Prey, Predator 1 and Predator 2 because basically what the Predators have been doing is the best fighters, anybody who survived the Predator attack has been kidnapped and brought to the Predator homeworld and put into cryogenic stasis. So the girl from Prey is there, and then when it pans the camera, Schwarzenegger was there, so Dutch was there, and then it pans the camera again, and fucking Danny Glover was there. So, but they're in perfect condition from the movies, so they haven't aged, which means we could technically get a Dutch Predator sequel with Schwarzenegger given the voice in an animated fashion, which would be yes.
I was going to say, do you think franchises are leaning more into animation? You've had Predator now do it. Lord of the Rings did it very successfully this year.
Yeah.
Or last year, I mean.
Well, I think Lord of the Rings did it because it was cheaper, and they weren't going to get the money for that movie. But I think the animated, if you're talking about doing legacy stuff, if you really want to do legacy stuff, you have to make sure that the people that are part of the legacy are well enough to do it. And Schwarzenegger's 70 years old now, so.
Well, Danny Glover's up there too.
Danny Glover's up there too, but he's coming back for Lethal Weapon. That's live action. That's actually theoretically happening. So I don't know. Another thing that's happening. Well, those are the shows I'm really watching. This is the show that's coming out that we didn't talk about last week. They just announced the date, October 26th. It drops. Welcome to Derry. So it's set in 1962. It's before the Losers Club. It's another group of kids that fight the creature, I guess.
How much does King have to do with it?
He's producing it. It's the same people who did it. So that's the only really good thing going for it. Then the other news that we should talk about is...
Are they recasting Skarsgård for it?
He's back. He's back, or it's an amalgamation of him. I don't know.
I was going to say, because it seems like that would be very expensive to have him. But he did so well at that role. I don't know if you would want somebody else in it. Well,
the question becomes, like, what version of it is it? So maybe they get away with it and being like, oh, this Pennywise is different. I don't know. The other big news of the weekend, or the week, so this was released on James Gunn's Twitter feed about a week ago, or X, whatever the fuck it's called.
Lexu.
So this was released about a week ago, and the announcement was made that
to infinity and beyond.
Well, a couple things. Well, this is an interesting picture. So this is a Jim Lee picture. This is
I've never realized they're the same color.
Yeah, no white, but you're close. What I would say to you is the interesting thing. There's a couple
A
of interesting
smaller
things
head.
about this picture, right?
I'm never not going to
So
see that now.
We're getting a Superman sequel. Man of Tomorrow opens on July 9th, 2027.
Hey,
we're
now,
already-
Gunn said not to call it a Superman sequel.
Whatever. Is Superman in it?
I'm just saying, the man said not
Hey,
to call it a Superman sequel.
let me go through this. Ready? Is it Superman in it? Yes. Is Rachel Brosnahan in it? Yes. Is Nicholas Hoult in it? Yes. Seems established. Might be a Superman sequel. Also, it's called Superman Man of Tomorrow. So
I'm just telling you what he said in the interview, man.
I know, but I think he's just trying to tap. I just think he's trying to keep expectations low. What I would say the interesting thing here is this picture is very specific because you'll notice that Lex is in the Lex suit, which has been a fucking absolute banger of a suit for him. He's done a lot of damage in the suit to Superman. But my question is, why does Superman have
Lightyear? Thank you.
Why does you're ruined? Why does Superman have a screwdriver? What if Superman Man of Tomorrow?
What about Doctor Who?
No, Man of Tomorrow. No, what? No,
You
Superman.
said something about a screwdriver.
Stop it. There, show your picture.
I'm never not going to be able to see that now.
To Lexfinity and beyond. Anyway, my question is, what if Superman Man of Tomorrow, when you say it's not a Superman sequel, what if it's Lex coming to terms with Superman not being a bad guy? And what if Lex is actually the hero of the piece? And he needs Superman's help stopping something big. That's all I'm saying. I'm just throwing it out there because this picture is
I'm
very
just saying
specific.
with how Gunn is saying that this is not a Superman sequel, it does lend itself to having more characters in it than just Superman.
That's
Plus,
true.
I think he's a really good at team up movies.
He is.
Or ensemble pieces.
Yes. So also the box office numbers came out. Of course, we're in September now. Box office numbers came out. Everybody said we didn't make $4 billion, so it wasn't a good year, but it stayed flat. So it's same box office as last year, and even though last year had two movies that totaled $2.5 billion, somewhere somebody is saying that this summer hasn't been a success. And my answer to that is they can fuck off. They can fuck right off. We've had a lot of hits. We've had mid hits. We've had big hits. Superman was a hit. I don't want to hear about that anymore. Weapons, a big hit. F1, a huge hit. How to Train Your Dragon, big hit.
I liked F1.
F1's great. F1 was fantastic.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Good.
But so the next chance for a $4 billion box office year is this year, 2027, where we get Man of Tomorrow, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, Batman 2, and Avengers. Those all happen June, July, October, December. So that's the next big chance for $4 billion. What else? What else we got? Okay, let's do. Well, we're already at 54 minutes in. Jesus, we're flying by. Too much talking with Raven. Let's go to Jerry's basement. Jerry, what do you got?
This week's film is El Topo.
El Topo, indeed. Oh, not that. Hold on.
Nope. Yes.
Yes, and then this is a really cool.
It's considered an acid western.
Yeah, it's Alejandro Jodorowsky, who, of course, was famous for a Dune movie that never got made. And it's a fun little western, kind of like it's a revenge with bizarre characters. It's got Judeo-Christian symbolism. They're married and dwarf performers. It's heavy Eastern philosophy for a western.
In a nutshell, it's basically a guy that abandons his kid, picks up a woman, and then he has to fight 4 gunslingers to get spiritual enlightenedness. Then the woman betrays him, and after he beats the gunslingers, he becomes this religious figure, and he frees all these people that have deformities, and he becomes their like Messiah, essentially.
Yeah, like a protector.
It's very strange. It's Like
It's
his
a-
movies are full of a lot of
and we should warn
imagery,
people.
strange things. Like think Midsummer. Midsummer, whoever made Midsummer knows about this dude because they copied his stuff, basically.
So we should say before you watch it, there is a very intense sexual assault in it that that is very controversial. So it's a plot point. It's not necessarily the best, but it has influenced a lot of movies and a lot of people. Among them, Bob Dylan, Roger Waters, Marilyn Manson, Frank Ocean, Peter Gabriel, John Lennon, Patton Oswalt, Nicholas Winding Refn. A lot of his movies, David Lynch, Samuel Fuller. It's a well-renowned Western. It has some controversy in it, and it's just a strange little movie. Where can people find that, Jerry?
It's on YouTube. It actually came in a box set. There's a few other films in here with this and the soundtrack, but I did find it on YouTube. It took me a little bit, but I found it.
That's fine. We can find things. So
It's there.
So we did the Breakfast Club last night. Before we do Twilight Zone, we did the Breakfast Club last night on Generation Movie.
I missed it.
And I want to know, Jerry, if you knew this. So that is
Chainsaw 2. Is that what you're going to ask?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had never noticed that until I did some research last night.
Wait,
Also,
yeah, they had to get rid of that because
this
it copied
Oh,
Breakfast
wow.
Club.
This is the Breakfast Club poster, and then in 1986, when Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 came out, this was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 poster. That if you have that poster, it's worth a lot.
Yes.
But it's something that happened last night when I was doing research. Also, another research thing, I had no idea the sheer volume of people in the Breakfast Club fandom that are angry about Allison at the end of the movie getting the makeover from Claire.
I hate that part.
There is a whole subset of folks that are really angry that Allison is sold out.
Yeah.
And so it was an interesting little side. Also, the Dylan thing that appears at the beginning of the movie. Basically, what happened was they did rehearsals for 3 weeks, right? And Ali Sheedy, in the process of rehearsing, went to John Hughes and said, "Hey, I just want you. This is what my character's focusing on. Things like this. She's into Bowie. She likes Bowie, and she really focuses on this particular thing, especially the script." So, Ali Sheedy gave him the copy of the lyric from Changes, and she goes to opening night. She goes to the red carpet for the movie, and as the movie starts, the fucking Bowie thing appears on the screen. And she, like later on in life, has said that my performance is fine, but the biggest thing I put into the Breakfast Club was the Bowie quote at the beginning, because it perfectly sums up the movie, which it does. And so I found that fascinating.
That's neat.
That's the little bit of research we do on Generation Movies on Monday night. This Monday night I have to be very careful because I only have an hour because the Raiders play at 10. So I'm going to start at 9. I think we're doing just one of the guys this week.
Oh, you're going to take more than an hour for that.
Well, okay, so wait. Then I'll ask you: should I do just one of the guys, or should I do Young Sherlock Holmes, or should we do Better Off Dead?
Young Sherlock Holmes.
You think I can get through Young Sherlock Holmes in an hour?
I think so.
I feel like just
the other two. There's just so much.
I feel like just one of the guys is more superfluous than the other two. But we're doing Back to School. Back to School is whatever. Where did Jerry go? We lost Jerry. It's okay. We'll wait for him to get back because we're gonna do the Twilight Zone in a second. We gotta wait for Jerry to get back. We lost. Can't believe we lost.
Totally lost.
Let's look at the comments. I think it's one of my medications.
Did you catch the Rocky Horror 50th anniversary this Sunday?
I did. Was there something
Tim
going
Curry
on?
did a pretty good interview.
Yeah, it was good to see him be healthier than he's been. But I'm
Yeah.
always worried. I'm always worried when they push him out. Like
Oh yeah, but I think they
Yeah,
had
I
to for this, and I think
Yeah.
they took a decent amount of time to tape the interview and everything, and it was really nice to hear him talk. I don't think I've ever heard him talk down about Rocky Horror, honestly, but it is what it is.
the movie's 50. I have a big decision coming up in October.
Okay.
We might do it on Generation Movie, but I also there are some other movies I might want to do in its place. 'Cause I feel like everybody's
Okay.
going to get inundated with it this Halloween. So it was going to be
You got Rocky, you got Clues also coming out on its anniversary year as well.
well.
So
I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, wait. Where's the ad? Hold on. You're back.
there
I don't
he
know
is.
what happened there.
So I'm
No
going to tell you the list is very filled, and this is early. This is kind of a thing for Generation Movie. This is a spoiler. This is my book. Can't really see it. I do everything in like notepads. So anyway, we did the Breakfast Club, then we did Better Off Dead. We're going to do Better Off Dead. Just one of the guys, young Sherlock Holmes for our school. Then October, we always do horror films, and I'm also going to do. I'm going to continue my 31 and 31 tradition, trying to do 31
Okay.
horror films I have not seen.
I will do it too.
Just you don't have to watch one movie a day, but you have to at least have 31 by the end of October. So we'll see if I can do it again. I thought a lot of fun.
Tubi is your friend.
Into my horror stuff.
Tubi is your friend. Right?
Tubi is our friend. But what I have scheduled for October for Generation Movie, I have a vampire movie celebrating its 40th anniversary. I have a werewolf movie celebrating its 40th anniversary, and I have a zombie movie celebrating its 40th anniversary. And then Rocky, if I decide to do Rocky. But the werewolf, vampire, and zombie movies are all set. They're definitely getting done.
40 years.
40 years.
I was gonna say, what are they?
So you're looking at Silver Bullet, maybe?
Silver Bullet is Jerry's
Okay.
pretty good.
Fright Night?
Jerry's also pretty good. What's the zombie? The zombie one's easy.
Day of the Dead?
No, it's not. No,
It's in that range. Day of the Dead's 85.
it's in that range. Not Day of the Dead though. It's the other important 85.
Return of the Living Dead?
Return of the Living Dead celebrates 40 this year. And since it I just feel like Return of the Living Dead deserves way more props than it gets props, but it doesn't get the volume of props that it should. Anyway, let's go to the end of the show so I can go watch Alien Earth. Being honest. You've crossed over to the Twilight Zone Redux. Thank you for joining us, fair travelers. Jerry, I'm going to say this to you. What a fucking episode this is. This is an amazing episode.
Yes, sir.
It is episode, it is season 3, episode 5, directed by Buzz Kulik and written by George Clayton Johnson. It is an episode titled, ready, Jerry? A Game of Pool. And it is stellar. It's probably top 20 all-time episodes, but it goes. This is the opening narration. Jesse Cardiff, pool shark, the best on Randolph Street, who will soon learn that trying to be the best at anything carries its own special risks, in or out of the Twilight Zone. So Jack Klugman plays this pool shark / really good player named Jesse Cardiff. Yeah, you just have the Jack Klugman music in your head, right? The Odd Couple. But he plays this really kind of like, he's distressing. Actually, he has given up his entire life to the game of pool. There's a guy, that's on the wall that is the best player of all time. Fats Brown, James Howard Fats Brown, and that person is played by the incredible. Just stellar performance from Jonathan Winters in a completely non-comedic performance And he basically, what this person does, Jack Klugman is desperate to be the best ever. And so he goes to a picture and he calls on, I would do anything to play this person, this fat brown.
Best. I'm the best.
Because I'm the best. And the moment that happens, it cuts to a scene, an amazingly distressing scene of a gentleman sitting at a pool table, and it's Jonathan Winters, and the pool table's in the clouds, and he just walks towards the camera after picking up his pool cue.
Yep.
So he's been called out of the afterlife to play this game of pool. They come up with the idea that they're going to play, with trick shots and all kinds of stuff. They're going to play to 300. There's all these things. But the stakes, when he gets there, first off, Jonathan Winters is brutal in this episode. He's nasty. He's mean. He cheats. It gets Jack Klugman to miss shots by saying Noonan. It's like fucking out of Caddyshack. And so Noonan. So he gets him. He cheats. He does all these things, but he makes the deal. Jack Klugman's like, you said you would. He says to Jack Klugman, Jesse, you said you would give anything. The stakes for this match are, if you lose to me, you die. And Jack Klugman thinks about it. He thinks on it, and the whole time he's thinking on it, Jonathan Winters is standing behind him, fucking ripping him to shreds, like as a human being. Like, you think you're good, but you're not. You're scared to jump into the fire. Like, he just fucking roasts him. He's awful. And he's like, Jack Klugman's like, fine, rack him up. Let's go. He just says yes. And they have like this pool match, and it's very intricate. It's, he has his own fucking pool cue from the afterlife. And they go through it. They fight. Like, Jack Klugman at one point offers money, whatever. And eventually it gets to the point where Jack Klugman wins. And, the moment he wins, Fats Brown disappears. He doesn't even get a chance to gloat. And, right before he wins, because there's a shot that sets up, it's a pool, like, it's like, this show had to have happened before The Hustler, right? So it's very much like The Hustler shots, and very much Fast Eddie Felsen. Very, like, it's right around the same time that these things had to be produced. The Hustler, by the way, just so we're clear, one of the greatest movies ever made. Paul Newman in The Color of Money and The Hustler. Two great performances at different points in your life. And I can't recommend it highly enough for anybody. If you're fascinated with Paul Newman, as I am and always will be, you cannot go wrong with watching The Hustler and The Color of Money. It's the Scorsese movie that came out in '86. We'll be celebrating 40 years next year. But so Klugman wins and doesn't get to gloat, but he knows in his heart he's the best. And there's just kind of a chuckle after he hits the shot. Fat says, I believe it is, be careful what you wish for, because sometimes when you win, things have consequences.
Yep. When you realize he was trying to help him the whole time.
He was trying to help him the whole time. Like, he was trying to get him a miss, trying to do all these things. And so they both have one ball left on the table. They each need one ball to win. Jesse sinks it. He becomes, he calls him a sore loser, and then Fats disappears. So then it cuts to, Klugman celebrating. He's laying on the table. He's done everything. And then it cuts to the final shot of the episode. The final shot of the episode is Jack Klugman sitting at
stuck in limbo, being the best.
Limbo, at which point a call comes from the heavens to report to Toledo, Ohio, or Sandusky, Ohio is what it is actually. And so
somebody else wants to be the best.
Somebody else wants to be the best. Jesse has no choice but to face an endless series of would-be successors until someone beats him and claims his title. And this is the final closing narration, which is great. Mr. Jesse Cardiff, who became a legend of beating one, but was found out after his funeral that being the best of anything carries with it special obligation to keep on proving it. Mr. Fats Brown, on the other hand, having relinquished the champion's mantle, has gone fishing. These are the ground rules in the Twilight Zone.
Yep.
Just a fantastic episode with a really good Twilight Zone ending. You get what you wanted, but it's not what you wanted.
There's a moral message.
It's a moral message. Like, the other thing is, midway through, there's a really great sequence where Klugman's telling about his training, how he slept in pool halls, how he's given up everything to become the best of the best. And Jonathan Winters is like, that's absurd. Like, you should be sleeping with women. You should be enjoying life. Because I haven't gone to the movies in 5 years. He's like, you should go to the movies. You should do these things. Like, right. This is an absurd live life. So it has a really great message, but also, like, you think Winters is being dark, but he's cheating and trying to get him to not do it because he knows where he's stuck. He's in limbo. And so I should also point out, this is one of those interesting episodes where this is one of the episodes that they did bring forward in the 1980s version. The remade version in 1981 is Esai Morales as Jesse Cardiff and Maury Chalkin, great character actor as Fats Brown. And they wrote an alternate ending. So the original script featured an ending in which Jesse loses the game and yet finds himself still alive. Seeing this, Fat explains to a guy, as all second raters die, you'll be buried and forgotten without me touching you. If you beat me, you'd have lived forever. Fats disappears while Jesse vows to keep practicing until he's good enough to face the champion again. So there are two versions of this, and both of them are dark. Because one is essentially he becomes the champion and he gets stuck in limbo, getting called out by every second-rate pool person until somebody beats him. The other dark ending is he loses, but he gets his life back, and instead of forgetting about the challenge, he gets stuck in the quest to beat Fats Brown. Either one is effective.
That's pretty cool, though, too. That is pretty cool.
That's a great fucking ending, too. And the thing is, if I had seen the episode in the 80s, I'm going to probably search it out this week. I think the interesting thing is the comparison of the episodes. It's super dark on both ends. One is the person one is getting what they want and then learning that it has consequences. The other one is somebody who doesn't understand that the obsession is not
right. He didn't get what he wanted, but he didn't get it.
Yeah,
so
and
he's still going for it.
He's still going for it, and it's even worse because he's stuck in a rut, and he'll be in that rut forever. He will never enjoy love or joy or movies or fucking dark, Jerry, dark as you can get, cool. Jerry.
I'll have to look for that now.
I'm definitely going to look for the 80s one. Maury Chalkin is a great actor, and Esai Morales, just was in Mission Impossible. So, okay, last thing before we a couple previews. We talked earlier about Downton Abbey coming out and Long Walk. Other big movies coming out in October. There's two I want to talk to really quick. This one's making the rounds. Everybody's talking about this. We've had a great year for horror. We've had a great year for horror. And this is a possession movie, Jerry, told completely from the point of view of the family dog. It's called Good Boy, and it had such a reaction at one of the I think South by Southwest Film Festival or one of the horror film festivals that it's going to get a full release in October. So that's October 3rd. So it's only a couple weeks away. And then the other thing, the Tron Popcorn Bucket came out today, and it's 2 feet long. It's a light cycle that lights up and has popcorn in both of the wheels.
That's
and
neat.
It's fucking crazy. But that's coming out. Raven, what are you going to be watching? What are you looking forward to this week before we let you go?
I'm not. I'm getting furniture
Alien
this week,
one
so I'm going to be busy doing work.
You're getting furniture?
Yeah.
Congrats.
New furniture this week, so
not going to do anything.
Sooner or later, I'll actually have like a little desk and office.
Wow. I'm impressed. But well,
Yeah,
thank
gotta
you for
move
coming
out of
in. And thank you for not fighting with me. I appreciate that. But you gave me the fingers early.
Hey, you said not to bring it up, so I'm not bringing it up.
Don't, because it's terrible. And just
It's
so we're
not.
clear, it's awful. And just so we're
No,
clear,
it's not.
the other thing that happened this week in that particular subject, she's awesome.
It was a great pay-per-view you should have watched.
Well, no, I was busy celebrating AJ Lee coming back. Anyway, thanks for joining us. You have a great night. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
You can come back. Here, finish the bye. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I said bye.
I'm
Bye.
gonna do this.
Bye, Raven. Yeah, she's gonna give me the finger again. Bye. She's fun. I always love having her on. She calls my shit out, which is nice. Jerry, what do you got coming up? Any big Slapjaw shows coming up?
Just September 19th at Union Vapors in Dixon.
Oh,
It's in
there you
Dixon
go.
City. Yeah.
Okay. Get me the poster, so we'll have it for next week. Okay, so we got JW the Movie Guy, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those different places. And also Generation Movie will be this week. It's going to be 9 o'clock. I'm going to rush through things because the Raiders are 1-0 and they're playing a team I really hate.
Who are they playing this week?
They're playing the Chargers. I hate the Chargers.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough game.
Actually, it's going to be a real tough game. And the interesting thing is,
The Chargers looked good this weekend.
Chargers look really good. And I will say to you, what I will say to you is the most interesting thing is there is only one person that truly has Jim Harbaugh's number, and that person is Pete Carroll. So I think one of the reasons they hired Pete Carroll is because they know Harbaugh is going to be trouble in the division, and the one person that is, with the Legion of Boom, Seattle, against his 49ers in college, when they fought in college a lot too. So we'll see what happens.
I am a Dolphins fan, but I am a Raiders fan too. My dad's a big Raiders fan.
Yeah, was your dad happy? Was your dad happy about the game? Because the game was actually.
My dad loves when the Raiders win.
Well, but what?
And he doesn't love it when they don't, but he expects it.
He expects them to lose. Yeah. I was telling somebody, my aunt goes, "You weren't worried at all this week." I go, "No, they were in control. Like, I haven't seen anything like it where they were just from beginning to end, they were in control of the game, and they just haven't had that in a while. I don't know. Again, I don't know what's going to happen, but it might be a fun. Like, I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl or anything. I'm not crazy, but it could be a fun year.
No, but at least if they have a productive season,
right? They're competitive, and the rookies are good, and that's all I really want.
Yeah, just show progress. Maybe
progress.
Get a playoff game.
Yes, that would be nice. Final comments before we end. Let's see. Awesome show, like always. Thank you, Cindy. You're very kind. Also, thank you. We appreciate the nepotism. We appreciate it. Hey, that's my birthday. Okay. Cool. Boo football. Yay, wrestling. Okay. Don't boo football. Football's thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see everybody this week. Lots of good movies coming out. Lots of streaming shows to watch. Have a great week. Stay safe, and we'll see everybody next week for Loud and Nerdy. We may have a guest. I don't know what's going to happen. But thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.